According to the Organization for Higher Education Cooperation, Research and Development, the 2011 study of internships between higher education and work, university professionals revealed that students with internship experience have a significant competitive advantage in their quest for employment after graduation. The academic experience of students learning outside the classroom becomes much more meaningful to students and has an important positive impact on their level of motivation to complete their studies. It is therefore considered a very significant retention tool as well.
I love Capital Community College. The students, the interns that we have had from them, just amazing, off the charts in terms of what they've brought to the table, and certainly want to share, from my opinion, what they've left with. One of the main functions of the interns is really serving as producers for the talk show. Researching guests, scheduling guests, helping me to think about ideas, topics for the talk show, and that's in essence what they've done. I was a corporate recruiter, and so when I think about interns, I can put my recruiting hat on. It gives students real life experience. It gives them skills to bring to the table when they're looking for a job.
I was very excited when I got the call to come and actually do my experiential learning there. I felt very free to ask as many questions as I wanted. It wasn't just, here's a stack of busy work. It was, hey, we want you to really experience what goes on here. It just felt like the potential to grow and to learn as much as I wanted was pretty infinite.
I tried to apply to a program known as C3 program so I can apply for a job at Travelers. Although it was for the first time I applied anywhere in my life, and while coming here in the United States, it was a little bit difficult for me to speak and understand. I went through some interview experience. It didn't work that well, although I did my best, but at the end I couldn't get the job.
I initially came to the Career Services Center for help with my resume. I've had a lot of jobs, and my resume at this point, well, before I came here, was at least a couple of pages that I had to choose from, and they really helped me narrow down my jobs. You want what you did there to sound as good as it can, because you want to be able to move on in advance, and they were really great with helping me sort of pick out what made me look good in that job, because it made me sort of see myself in a different light. So I appreciate that a lot.
By the end, they have the ability to multitask with more confidence and have the skills necessary to effectively resolve issues that will help people complete their job in a timely manner.
So they got me in with Laws Parking, which I spent 3 months working as an intern in their help desk position, and learned a lot about how the help desk process works, and really enjoyed it, and learned a lot about the fundamentals of the computer support and what the user's expectations are, what the management expectations are.
I'm always trying to think about, okay, what else can I introduce them to that will be a good resume builder for them? For me, it's a matter of building their confidence.
I gained confidence from my internship. I had worked a lot of jobs beforehand, but this was the first time that I ever really felt like I was doing something that was important to me. It made me feel good about myself, and the work was challenging, but in a way that I feel helped me to grow and stretch.
I figured I wanted to do an internship, that would be the best thing, because, there was other students, on different career path in the college that, were telling me that they were, doing internships, but they did not offer it for criminal justice major. So I tried to call up a few places, that I know, that took interns, and they said that I couldn't do it on my own. I would have to get the support of the college. I just happened to come across the Career Center, and they gave me a whole bunch of different places that they got in contact with. And they asked me which one I was interested in, and I chose one, and I can honestly say it was the best thing I ever did.
Andrea is a student who came in from Capital Community College, it's called, and she came into our office with some background in criminal justice. Mm-hmm. She had experience in running some of the records that are required to get a person's criminal history, but she didn't have a background in how the entire criminal justice process worked.
Even though I decided that a parole officer is not something for me because it takes a special person to be a parole officer, and I don't have that, I don't have what it takes to be a parole officer. And if I didn't go to this internship, I would have never known that. Now I'm at the University of Hartford pursuing my sociology degree, and if it wasn't for the Career Center, I would have never realized that that's what I'm more interested in. I would have had to wait till I got to a university, a 4-year university, and by that time it would have been too late.
You can't get in class hands-on experience of touching a prison door and walking in through the prison, hearing the doors close behind you and know that you're in the prison itself. You don't get the experience of having to go into a dorm setting, and that is versus, say, a cell setting in a prison where you have about 200 inmates who are actually walking around you.
And learned a lot about the fundamentals of the computer support. Well, going through that process, was offered a position with Laws Parking. During that process as well, though, I had still was applying to other places and was able to get an offer from Yale New Haven Health System as a trainer, which is what I was hoping to do in my 5-year plan. And so I interviewed with them and was given an offer from them as well, which is the one I accepted. The whole process with the career services and the experiential learning did give me the opportunity to increase my confidence in being able to interview well, my confidence in being able to do my job even better in a field that I was totally new in, but knew I could do well in. And they also gave me the opportunity to explore different options with the internship, with C3 program, but in the long run, the experiential learning is what ended up being a nice fit for me.
Now I'm still at Central Connecticut State University, and by the time I graduate, I have my job ready. And as soon as I graduate, I'll start working at Travelers.
When I think about my experiences working with the wonderful people at Capital Community College, I think about the reality that they give so much more support, guidance, and direction to me and also to the students than other universities, other community colleges that I've worked with as far as intern. And all of those things really need to come together to make sure that it is as successful an internship as possible. And that's what I strive for. I know that's what the faculty and the career services staff at Capital Community strive for as well.
Mary Alcali, a business management graduate, came in to meet with me about her job search, and she said, "Trying to get a job is so hard, but without having an internship experience, nobody is hiring me. It seems to be impossible to break the cycle that I am in right now." Internship has to be a requirement for every student before they graduate. Whether you call it an internship, clinical, practicum, service learning, or learning outside the classroom, we in Career Services see the benefit of experiential learning as a proven tool that complements classroom learning. For Capital students who are motivated, committed, and demonstrate ability to benefit, experiential learning becomes a passport to both academic and career success.